Hello, welcome back to From Mattress to Makeover, our primary bedroom reno series. So when I started our bedroom and closet renovation, I had a vision. I knew I wanted built-ins and a fresh coat of paint. And that ceiling, it was always on my radar. The attic hatch that's smack dab in the middle of the ceiling was just begging for a smarter solution, and I love a hidden door. So today, I'm gonna show you how I DIY planked our ceiling, why it worked, and how one single project dramatically changed our closet ceiling. Come on. The ceiling was one of those things that had to change. The popcorn texture made the ceiling feel shadowy and dated, and the attic hatch, smack in the middle, was hard to ignore. I knew I needed a way to hide it and clean up the whole ceiling, but I did not want to get into popcorn removal. So before we can get started on planking the ceiling, we actually need to clean out this closet. It has been sitting here primed longer than I care to admit, and as you can see, it has accumulated a few items which we need to get out of the closet. I'm sure you're wondering where I'm going to be moving all this stuff to. Some of it has a home, some of it has a temporary home, which is where all of our other clothes have been stored since this closet has been sitting primed. Let me show you that. Welcome to our basement, which is actually our living area in the basement, and as you can see is now a closet storage. Oh, fun times. All right, now that this closet is empty, we can start, or can we? Like any good content creator, first we have to film our before transitions, and then we can start the project. So here's what I did. I used basic pine tongue and groove planks from the hardware store and a few left over from my kitchen island. They're super lightweight, budget friendly, and easy to install. I started by measuring the ceiling and cutting my boards to length on my miter saw. Then I pre-stained them all in my garage to save some stress on my neck and my shoulders. Then I used construction adhesive and nailed them up with a brad nailer right over top of the popcorn texture. No scraping and minimal mess. Okay, this is where I ended up after day one on the closet ceiling. Almost half done. I just have a small strip I gotta rip down on this end. I'm gonna start working this way. So doing this half, which is a little bit trickier because the attic access has to be hidden. And I'm super excited about hiding it. The board's locked together with that tongue and groove profile. And I chose to hide any seams on the side where the built-ins are going because I wanted a seamless look. Okay, so a bit of real-time problem solving this hidden attic entrance. Now the thing is, this is V-groove paneling, so you can see how it has that channel right there. And so the tongue on the top has to go into the groove. But right here, like the middle section, I think I'm gonna have to take the bottom of that groove off so that the tongue can just like set in when that access door sets in. So first, let's see if I got all three pieces cut right. So this one will go on the attic door, and this one will go here. Good. So not only do the tongues have to go into the channel, you also want the wood grain to line up so that it looks hidden. I think I can just cut that off. So what I mean is this V groove here, I think I'm going to cut this part off, the top, or I guess technically the bottom of the channel, so then the groove can just sit in there. There's no way to lock it in when I put the attic panel in. So you can see from this angle that the top or the bottom groove is gone, so the tongue will just be able to rest in there when I drop that hidden door down. For the attic access, I used the same planks right across the panel and glued them directly onto it so that the wood grain runs seamlessly across and creates a hidden effect. You can still pop it open if needed, but now it completely blends in. So I have it up there and I align everything and then I make marks so I know what's what. And my piece cut. I usually dry fit it first. I already fit it up top, but just to make sure. This one needs just a touch taken off. Okay, cut made. Dry fit it again. Looks better. Once I have it fitted, some glue, construction adhesive on the back. And reapply. Looks good. One nail there. Got it out. Again, I'll do that one. All right, now that our attic hatch is finished and it's all planked and looking seamless, we're going to continue planking the ceiling, making sure we're driving our nails into where those chalk lines are because that references where our rafters are. Miss K captured me lounging on the floor after a hard day's work, admiring the almost finished ceiling and resting my neck and shoulders. Up next, we have to fill nail holes. Here's what they look like unfilled. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the nail holes and use a wet cloth to wipe away any excess filler, which will save me having to sand over my head. Here's what the nail holes look like filled. It's hard to tell where those holes are, hey? They look good. Now that the nail holes are filled, we are going to put on our poly. I am using just a matte poly here and going all across the entire ceiling. Look at that, it's done. Okay, the ceiling is done. Holes are filled and it has been polyed. A few things I learned along the way. 1, a good jewel belt makes all the difference when you're holding a plank above your head. Having everything within arm's reach saves a ton of time and step-ups on and off the bench. 2, pre-staining the boards saved me a ton of neck and shoulder strain. And 3, check your light fixture placement before you finish your layout. Ask me how I know. This ceiling was such a small project in the grand scheme of this room renovation, but it really set the tone for the reno. The closet felt clean, intentional, and done even before the built-ins went in. And honestly, it gave me the confidence boost I needed to tackle what comes next. Thanks for being here. If you have popcorn ceiling or a weird attic hatch you've been trying to ignore, I hope this gave you some ideas. In episode 3, we're gonna be tackling the DIY custom closet build, and I'm gonna take you along for the ride. So hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Voiceover 1, take 75. Yeah, up here, but let's try. I don't know what you're looking at, but you're there. Slow it down, Robin, slow it down. Peace.